Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a new edition of Startup Showcase by Activize. This is one of the projects through which we have short interviews with good startups that we encounter in our scouting processes. So you can watch these videos anytime in a small break during the day. And today we have with us Madeleine from Oncochain. Hello, Madeleine.
Hello.
And I want to ask you, Madeleine, if you could give us a bit of details about you. Who are you and what is Oncochain?
Hello, thank you for invitation. I am Mondani Margan. I am medical doctor specialized in obstetrics and gynecology, and I started Oncochain last year. It's a startup that builds a research platform that collects, standardizes, and analyzes data from current practice in oncology in order to generate useful analytics for pharmaceutical companies and provide value-based care for providers in the oncology sphere. That those are clinics and hospitals that offer healthcare services to patients in oncology.
Okay, and how did you come up with this idea?
So we had, me and my wife, she was also a co-founder and also a medical doctor. We had a big problem with data management during our PhD thesis. We found out that there is a small amount of clinical data that you can rely your studies on in the Romanian hospitals. And it's not just a Romanian problem, it's an international problem. There is lack of high qualitative data, especially in EHRs. The EHRs are electronic health records, the software that hospitals use for clinical management of patients. Those softwares are oriented more to billing, and they are actually CRMs for patients. They're not created, they're not designed for research purpose. So you lack data to do clinical research, qualitative clinical research, and that's the problem. And there are huge problems, not only for research, but also for patients. They have to carry their big chunk of papers from hospital to hospitals with the medical records in them. And we want to change that. And it's also a big entrepreneurial opportunity, I believe, because the entire industry, life science industry, is they want to know more data about about treatments and other information they want to know from hospitals. So
Okay.
We combine the things, our passion for the subject and the entrepreneurial opportunity.
And how is it going so far? Like, did you launch the product? Do you have already some traction?
Yeah, we have the live product in almost 12 clinics now. We have 2 onboarding, so it's live in 10 and 2 more. We are in the onboarding process.
Okay.
We have the version 2 of the EHR, so it's already deployed, and we are gathering data from these patients. So it's live. We are getting continuous feedback from our users. Those are medical doctors, oncologists, and radiotherapists that use the product. Until now, we want to expand the sphere of medical professionals that use the product. But for now, we have these early adopters, oncologists, and radiotherapists that really have this problem.
Okay. And you said you already received feedback. What is the main feedback that you have received so far on this product?
It's a great need for digital health solutions. Doctors are very eager to try new tools, to try new software, especially in this period of the pandemic. And it's a great feedback, actually. And we get feedback on functionalities also, but I will not go in details about the subject. But as a whole, they are very, very eager to try it, to use it. But of course, as I said, these are early adopters that really have the research problem. The difficulty will be to make it mainstream or to get a big portion of the market. That will be difficult, of course, and we have to address other healthcare professionals, as I said. But for these users that are using now, they say it's a pleasure to use it. So.
Okay. And you mentioned that would be a problem scaling it up. And that's why I want to also ask you, what were the main challenges that you encountered so far?
You mean like IT? So there are more problems or challenges. I might say the first are the regulations, the GDPR thing, data privacy. We implemented privacy by design from the beginning in the architecture of the system. And also we work with 2 big legal firms in order to be GDPR compliant. So I think this was a main barrier, a main challenge that we addressed really, really early in our development of the product and development of the company as a whole. It was not easy. We went really into details, but I believe it's also a selling point now because we resolved these challenges, and life science companies and hospitals that use us, they know that they are using a product that is GDPR compliant and they feel safe somehow, and it's also a selling point from our part. And also as challenges, there is a little bit of skepticism in some parts of the healthcare system, but fully it will go away. And I believe this pandemic and this healthcare crisis really catalyzed the adoption of new solutions. So I am very confident and optimistic about it.
Thank you. And could you describe us what is your business model at all?
Yes, so we have two revenue streams. First, the primary revenue stream is for pharmaceutical companies. We offer a software as a service analytics tool so they can have specific access to the data asset we are creating in an anonymized, aggregated way, of course. And the second revenue stream is premium subscription model for the EHR that we are deploying in the clinics. So it's premium model for hospitals and clinics that use our product. But it's a secondary revenue stream. In the end, I believe it will be just to cover the costs. The main revenue will be from life science companies. They have actually the biggest interest and spend the biggest amount of funds on clinical research. So.
And now let's get a bit dreamy. Like, where do you see Oncochain in 5 years from now? Let's say in 2025. Where do you see Oncochain being?
I see it as the main provider of real-world data in oncology in Eastern Europe and also in far emerging countries like Turkey, Egypt, South Africa, Mexico, Thailand. So a global company that creates a big data asset, a huge data asset actually, with diverse clinical aspects and a huge number of medical records. And because of this powerful data asset, we're going to be able to orientate research specifically for life science companies and just elevate care in oncology as a whole. That in the end will probably benefit the patient the most. So it's a global company that has a lot of partnerships all over the world and democratizes access to healthcare analytics in regions where it's a virgin market now.
Okay, that sounds actually great. What's the next step at the moment? What are you going to do? What is your plan for the next 12 months in order to make it happen?
So we want to get more than 50% of the Romanian market at first. The plan is to get 25,000 medical records this year. 2021. Publish papers alongside with professors and clinicians from Romania. So we prove that the system works, and also expand 2 or 3 countries in Eastern Europe like Serbia, Moldavia, probably Bulgaria at first, so we can prove it's a global healthcare platform that can scale outside of Romania because it's an international problem. So focus on Romanian market first and then expand.
Okay.
Also, we want to add functionalities in the software development for sure. So expand the software development team and add functionalities that would benefit the clinician.
Okay. And then the last question that I have for you is how can the viewers of this video help you in achieving that?
So if they are professionals in the healthcare system, they should inform their colleagues that such a platform exists, first of all, and then go to the website and read more about what we are doing, what we are providing, and inform their chief medical officers of the clinics where they work or the informational officer. I don't know. There is a different structure in every clinic. Just inform and propagate our message that a research platform, a real collaborative real-world data research platform in oncology is growing in Romania, and there are options for creating this data asset, data repository in their clinic.
Okay. So you heard, we need to spread the news in order to help Oncochain. And what I wanted to ask you, Madeline, is if you can give us what is the website where we can find Oncochain and read more about it. And also if you can give us your email in case some of the viewers want to contact you directly and ask more information or create a partnership maybe.
Yeah, it's oncochain.com and the email is m.margan@oncochain.com.
Okay. And thank you very much, Madeline.
Thank you.
I hope you reach your objective in 5 years. And also thank you for the viewers. And we'll be back with a new series of Startup Showcase soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you for the opportunity to spread our message. Thank you.